Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to the People's Political Podcast, except it's not political, with your host, Mindless Michael, Shameful Shane, and Absent-Minded Alexandra. This week, our dastardly trio of triumphant triplets touch on a topic that took place a long time ago. Yes, it's time for random historical figures.
Hello, good morning or good afternoon. Welcome to the People's Political Podcast, except it's not really political. I'm your host because I won last episode, which makes me the judge. If you don't know how this works or are new to this podcast, I am the judge and I get to choose a topic for this week as my two co-hosts complete for who will win the podcast. Speaking of, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing just fantastic. Today's a wonderful day, and I had a wonderful dinner. How are you doing, Shane?
You know what? I'm doing pretty freaking good. I had pancakes this morning. It was a freaking miracle, man.
Well, alright. Well, this topic for this week is random political figures. I recently watched an accurate documentary about how Abraham Lincoln killed vampires and was
I'm intrigued by your title. My title is Booker T. Washington. It's his story.
Oh my god.
Rather interesting to say the least. There, Mr. Diaz.
Alright, well, do I get to go first or what?
I'm sorry. Both titles are just like, I don't know how to explain it, but I would have to give the point to Michael. So Michael, you go ahead and go first.
Thank you for this opportunity to say my what I have here. Alright, so let's see. This is going to be about Dubois. Let's see. He was born on February 23rd, 1863, and he died August 27th, 1963. Let's see. His spouse was Shirley Graham Dubois. They were married between 1951 and 1963. And Nina Gomer Dubois. Then they were married between 1896 and 1950.
You saying he had two wives?
It appears so.
Huh.
Okay.
And let's see. His children are Yolande Dubois, Berghart Williams, and David Grand Dubois. And he went to Harvard University in 1895. He was a
Okay.
Sociologist, socialist, historian, civil rights activist, Pan-Africanist, author, writer, and editor. My bad, I am illiterate.
No, you're good. It's all good, Michael.
All right. Getting back into this, Dubois was already well known for one of the foremost black intellectuals of his era. The first black American to earn a PhD from Harvard University, Dubois published widely before becoming NAACP's Director of Publicity and Research and starting the organization's official journal, The Crisis in 1910.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of good information. Okay, Shane, on to you now.
Ha, you got no points for your story.
Excuse me, you have no right to say that. I'm the host. Thank you.
Did you say the words, Michael, I'm gonna give you a point? No. Right now we're tied and he already shared his whole story.
Okay. Go on, I'll give the points on after.
Be quiet, Shane.
Okay. My story.
Oh god.
Is about Booker T. Washington. Mm-hmm. This brilliant man.
I have a question.
Already?
Is he related to George Washington?
No, he was black.
George Washington still has black descendants. They are still seen today.
Okay.
As a matter of fact.
Anyway.
Well, continue on.
My story is about Booker T. Washington. This magnificent man was born on April 5th, 1856. My personal favorite day in 1856.
Okay.
Yeah. However, he died on November 14th, 1915. Also, my favorite day. My favorite day in 1915.
Damn, that sucks.
Okay.
I may or may not have just deleted my notes. Hold on. All right, there we go.
Uh-oh, spaghetti.
This absolute monarch of a man lived in Tuskegee, West Virginia, and Virginia.
Oh, okay.
His spouse was Margaret Murray Washington, who lived in 1893 to 1915, who died because of sorrow from losing her husband.
Okay.
Question. Is she related to George Washington?
Oh, man.
That is a definite yes.
Oh.
That's good to hear.
They had 3 kids, Booker T. Washington Jr., because he was great living it, Portia M. Washington, and Ernest Davidson Washington.
Oh, man. Michael has another question.
You have another question, Michael.
Are any of those kids related to George Washington? And why is that one kid
Only
named-
2 of them, not one of them.
And why is one of the kids named Portia? Or did I hear
Because
that?
she was only a portion of Washington.
Good to hear, good to hear. Thank you for answering my question.
This man was not only an absolute legend of his time, but he also had not a smooth brain, but big brain.
Was it very wrinkly?
Oh, you know it.
That's
His education was in 𝐕𝖈𝖆𝖔𝐕𝖈𝖆𝖑 Seminary and Hampton University. Some of his professions. He was an author, a teacher, and an orator. And an educator. To all of the mass people that ever got to know good old Booker Washington.
yes, of course.
Some of his vast and incredible achievements was that this man was the first leader of the Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute, whatever that is. He also played a key role in developing the Tuskegee Institute into a major university, and he helped secure huge donations for the education of African Americans. I leave you with a mic drop. Ka-plunk.
Alright, moving back on to Alexandra. Who do you give the point to on this?
Oh, man.
I better get like 6 points.
I better get at least 10.
I better get 11.
Guys, I'm not doing the scaling from 1 through 10.
What is the scaling between them?
Okay, so based on how much information you gave, like the dates, the years, the spouses, how much kids, all that good stuff, you know, this is a hard choice if I'm being completely honest. Shay, you gave a lot of good information, like where they live, states, you know, spouses, children, wife, your favorite dates apparently. And Michael, you gave really good information too, like the years, you know, same as Shane. I'm not sure if you mentioned like the wives, did you?
Yes, I did. It was Shirley Graham Dubois and Nina Gromer Dubois.
Wait, 2.
Yes, it's there are 2 listed here.
I would like to add that Booker T. Washington was only ever loyal to his one true wife, whom he died either before or after, and they both died in each other's arms in the exact same year, 1950.
Well, I'm pretty sure Nina Gomer Dubois died, and he remarried. So that is why he has 2 wives listed.
Wow, okay, I guess. I have to give the upper hand to Shane.
Oh yeah. Michael, the game's not over yet, because it's time to invite our guest.
And Tyler Valdez.
Yo, it's Tyler Valdez here. We're gonna settle this fight by asking these 2 fine gentlemen
That's
a
us.
few questions.
That is us.
Yes, that's us. That's me and you. You and me.
Alright.
Yes, sir. Of course.
First question for Michael.
Thank you.
Who was Booker T. Washington the first leader of?
Well, you see, this is an absolutely bamboozling question. You could say that I am incredibly baffled.
Are you doing boy?
Wow. Yes, I am. This question is absolutely baffling. You can say I'm absolutely mind blanked. But I'm gonna have to say, maybe, possibly, he was the first leader of the educationers of African Americans. Would you say this is correct?
No!
Gosh, darn it.
I'm not surprised.
Alright. Oh. Michael does not get a point. Question for Shane.
Oh yeah, got this in the bag.
What was Dubois well known as?
Well, he was known for being a lot of things, but if I had to pick just one, it would probably be that he was known for being one of the most foremost black intellectuals of his era.
That is indeed correct.
Wrong.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
1. Shane is in the lead.
Darn it.
Question back to Michael.
Thank you, sir.
What key role did Booker T. Washington play?
Well, once again, this is an absolutely baffling and bamboozling question we have here. You could say I'm absolutely blank-minded once again, just like absent-minded Alexandra here.
Yes, I would agree.
This
Facts.
is an incredibly difficult question to answer here. But I'm gonna have to answer with, what was the question again?
The question was, what key role did Booker T. Washington play?
Let's see. The key role he played was in developing the Tuskegee Institute into a major university.
That is indeed correct.
Yes, sir.
1-1. It is a draw. I mean, a tie between Michael and Shane.
Brilliant. I would like to fact check that after the show at Denny's.
No, it is correct.
I
It is
want-
said so by the host.
I want pancakes!
Do you mean the special guest?
Yes,
But-
of course.
Next question for Shane. What was Webb Dubois first to earn?
Wrong.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I'm kind of hungry. I'm blinking. But, I'm gonna go with...
Got 10 seconds on the clock.
You can say.
He was a...
You can say Shane is absolutely bamboozled at this moment in
He
time.
was a slave speaker for people.
Incorrect. The correct answer for this is that he's the first Black American to earn a PhD from Harvard University.
Oh, I knew that. I definitely went to Harvard. I own Harvard. I am Harvard.
Alright.
Wrong. My father went to Harvard. You did not attend it.
I'm your dad.
It is 1-1 still. Tiebreaker. Last question. Two last questions to be asked. For Michael.
Thank you, sir.
What did Booker T. Washington secure?
Whoa.
What did he help secure?
Well, this is a rather easy question, as I have seen this on the History Channel about 2 years ago, and I have incredible memory.
Okay, I love
So,
ancient aliens.
wrong History Channel, sir.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm watching the right one.
Are you watching it at midnight?
No. Yes.
Of course, that's what I thought. Well, what I believe he helped secure was he helped secure huge donations for the education of African Americans.
Ooh, Shane is really mad right now.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Because Michael broke the tie. And now he's in the lead. Now back to Shane. If he could get this question right or wrong, Michael wins. Wait, what? Yeah, let's ask Shane this question. For Shane. What?
Oh boy.
What did Webb Dubois become after being published widely?
I'm gonna... Is it hot in here?
Yes, it is.
The AC's on, Shane. The AC's on. I think it's just you.
A married man. Tyler. Married man.
I don't think you studied for this test, but you are incorrect, and Michael wins this game.
Excuse me!
Let's go!
I would like to add that it is not my fault that Michael chose such a boring person to cover, although random sort of
Oh man, oh man.
I'm sorry, you chose the less relevant Washington in history.
You know what? I'm gonna have to shake your hand on that one.
Thank you, sir.
Well, that's the end of our podcast. Well, the winner today for today's podcast.
You know what? I don't care.
No, Shane. The winner is Michael.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
As tradition, the winner must make his winning speech.
Well, I would like to thank everyone here for allowing me to be on this podcast today. It was such an honor to be able to be here with Shane Diaz and Alexandra.
That's me.
Yes, of course it is. Because you are there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
of course, the one and only Tyler Valdez. And of course, the one and only Jose Herrera. I would like to conclude this by saying thank you once again, and goodbye to all of our lovely listeners.
Podcast out!